Hi guys, how are you? Today we're in Galatians 4, 6, and 7. Because you are sons, God sent the Spirit of His Son into our hearts. The Spirit who calls out, Abba, Father. So you're no longer a slave, but a son. And since you're a son, God has made you also an heir. Listen, I already told you, you are not going to change on your own. You need Jesus' help. You need the Holy Spirit help to help you change, to help you change your desires. And it all starts by saying, okay, God, I surrender. I want to change. I want to walk away from my old ways, from ways of thinking, from ways of doing things, from ways of speaking and saying the wrong thing in the wrong time. But it's you believing that once you make that decision and you surrender and you have that willing heart to change, you have to believe that you are God's son, that you are God's daughter, and that God sent the Spirit of Jesus into your heart. And I'm talking to you, son, daughter. You have Jesus' Spirit in your heart. And you have to say, I believe it and I receive it. Therefore, like it says here, you're no longer a slave. When those old desires come and those old ways of thinking, you're going to say, no, I'm not a slave. I have the Spirit of Jesus in my heart, in my life. I have the Holy Spirit to guide me. And I'm telling you, when that comes, just stop yourself right there and say, no, I believe it and I receive it, that Jesus is in my heart. And that Jesus wouldn't go that route. And that Jesus wouldn't listen to those voices. You have to seek Jesus' voice. Because He's here. He wants to speak to you. The Holy Spirit wants to lead you. You just have to believe it and act on it. Again, if you want to change, one, you have to stop thinking that it's impossible for you to change. Yes, you can. Oh my gosh. I did so many awful things. The way I used to do things, the way I used to talk to people, the way I used to treat people. And I used to be so overwhelmed, like, oh my gosh, where do we start? What do I do? No, Jesus. Again, it starts now by saying, God, I surrender. I surrender my time, my words, my actions. And He automatically gives you Jesus' Spirit in your heart. And He automatically gives you that desire to do things differently. But you have to let Him teach you. And when those things come, all ways of doing things, you say, no, I will do it Jesus' way. I will have Jesus' words. And I will do what He tells me to do, which is forgiveness, humbleness, meekness. It's not going to be easy, but you know what? You don't want to be the enemy's slave. You don't want to continue to do what you were doing before. Just let Jesus help you and you will change. He's doing it with me. But I started by saying, you know what, God, I surrender. I don't want to do things on my own anymore. Enough is enough. Teach me and I will follow you. Hey, be encouraged. God bless you.